Hello there, YouTube. I'm back with actually a GOAT format video this time. I will be going over a replay from a recent PWCQ tournament, and this is going to be round one against Anthony Alvarado, and as the title says, we'll be playing a Chaos Turbo Mirror. Surprise, surprise. So let's just get right into the game. So I'm gonna be going second. Yeah, so hand doesn't start off too great, and we will be getting duoed. So always what you love to see going second. Let's see what he hits. Hits one of the Jar of Greeds. And I choose to discard the Raigeki Break because one, I don't have anything good to pitch with the Raigeki Break, and I usually do like to get rid of this if they delinquent duo me because I don't want to minus myself even more. Sets 2, sets 3 actually, and a monster. And now it's my turn. No dust shoot, it looks like. So yeah, I think the play here is pretty clear. Just knock the set because I don't want it to be a moth. And then I'm setting the jog and also the tsuk because I want to bait out a knock, and I'd rather the knock hit that than something I actually need to resolve to get back into the game. Yep, that's what I do. Summons Tribe. And he does have the knock, so a little unfortunate because the tsuk could have actually dealt with the tribe if there was nothing stopping an attack, but I still think it's fine to beat it out. Like, we have some potential good draws to get us back into this game, but BLS is not one of them, so we'll see what the jog gets us. Spy normally would be good, but there is a face-up tribe, so yeah, not much to do except to set it. He actually summons the Sengen he just drew, which is good for us because it means our spies will live for a turn at least. Pot's really good here, but it is going to be met with a solemn. Yeah, there's no point to switching one of the spies to attack and killing the Sengen because then he just gets the tribe and then, or sorry, the serpent, and then just deals with my spies for free. Like, if he wants to get past these, he has to discard a real card, unless he top decks a serpent or a TD. So we're just passing. Does pitch the MST. So we are still not in the best spot, but TD would be good to turn on our chaos. I wouldn't hate a Dekoichi either, just to let us see another draw. Come off is good. If it, provided there's no second knock, we can get back our pot. And it's a light, so can't complain. MST. So I could have had the option to use priority in my draw phase to activate the MST so that he can't dust shoot me, but those back rows have been sitting there from the start of the game, and dust shoot was never flipped on my first turn, and I think there's probably no reason to hold dust shoot on the first turn, especially also because he also dueled me on the first turn, so unlikely that I think it's unlikely that he would have the dust shoot using it after duo and then just not using it on my turn. So I'd elect not to use prio. Puck goes through. We get a TD. A TD and a torrential. Torrential could be okay. Not the greatest when there's a Sangan up, but it's at least some sort of defense. I'm already pretty low on life points. Alright. Okay, so I summon a Chaos. Yeah. I think Sork is fine to do it first, since we already have light and dark fodder for the BLS. Obviously just gonna hit the tribe, then we set 2. And somehow, just like that, we're stabilizing. Flips the set snatch. We do have our MST, so we get rewarded for not using it, not blind spacing on the last turn. Hit the Sangan. So here I see that I decide to summon the tribe because Snatch is out of the equation and he is at 33, so I just want to start. So I want to start applying some pressure while I've still got the upper hand. If I get TT'd, it's whatever. Like, still have the BLS as backup, and yeah, I'm not gonna switch this to attack, obviously. Does mirror, that's fine. Was a set heavy. Set heavy, but nothing in the grave. So I'm not too worried. Like, he could have tribe, but then BLS is just game. Okay, so he does that in case I have like a solemn judgment for a graceful. It's fine. Discards Knock and Sork. So not the best charity for him. So it's a monster and that's just game. So we did manage to steal the game 1 win after starting off with a not so great situation with the duo and just drawing like a subpar hand, so that was nice. On to game 2. Hand is looking pretty good. Has a bit more assurance against the turn 1 duo. And he does have that again. Hits the only trap, which is a bit unfortunate, but at least we have the Serpent. BLS is decent. Now I wish the duo, I would have pitched one of the darks with the duo, but obviously I have no way of knowing that I top deck a chaos. I just have to hope he duoed and hit my either like the Kaiku or the Spy. But I don't want to discard Spy by myself. It's just too good. So it's either set Spy or set Serpent. Well, obviously we TD first, but set Serpent, potentially bait out a knock, but like if we have our own, if he has his own Spy, then it's like I'm just gonna take 24 and be very behind on tempo. Don't really want to summon the Kaiku either. Doesn't really make sense to with nothing in the grave, and like if it is a Spy, I just get walled out. And then of course setting Spy is the best option. Does lose to knock or mind control, but I think with my options it's probably the best play. And because if it resolves, I do get a dark face up on the field and potentially have my BLS be live. Yeah, so that's what I do. Yeah, knock is coming. Yeah, I don't know how much setting Serpent would accomplish. Like, if that was a Magician of Faith, then it would make the duo more impactful. So, yeah. I just don't see how I'm, like, getting ahead of this game by setting the Serpent, but could be wrong. Draw Ring, that's pretty good. So, yeah. I'm summoning the Kaiku here and swinging over one of the Spies. It's dealt with. It turns on my BLS, so pretty clear play here. Does deal with it. I'll take the 12, and I'm thinking if I should ring that. I think not, because there are no lights, so it's pretty likely he has some Chaos Monster. Yeah, I think I just have to eat it. Draw knock, not ideal. So I think the play here, I mean, I pretty much have to summon the BLS here and just banish the TD. Then I do something. Yeah, so I'm not too sure about this play because, yes, I lose to Snatch, I lose to Ring, but I don't know if I'm like winning, if this is a winning play by just tribute setting the TD, because I don't really have too much else going for me. Like, yeah, the TD in defense walls the Spy, but like I think it might have been more advantageous for me to keep the BLS in play and just fade the Snatcher of the Ring, because there is a chance that he could not have an out to the BLS. So, and that might help me mount a comeback. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. It also just telegraphs that I do not have an out to a snatch steal. Sets. Draw a duo. So there's one TD still in the hand. But we are pretty low on LP. So using that is a bit concerning. Obviously, we're just gonna knock that. Can't really deal with the spy, which that is the problem with getting rid of our BLS. So now we're just like stuck here, and that could give him more time to draw cards to kill me, whereas leaving the BLS would potentially shorten the game, and if he doesn't have Ring or Snatch already, then it reduces the time it would take for him to draw those cards and kill me. We are gonna do it. Fire it off now. So we do put lights in the grave. So maybe we don't use it in that case, because like I said, I know that one of the cards is a TD, so, and we don't want him to summon a chaos. Desert the pot. Two upstarts is nice. Does summon the chaos that I suspected he might have. So yeah, could have been a misplay using the duo. Misplay getting rid of our BLS. So he did have the Solemn. So interesting that he did not negate the summon of our BLS. So makes me wonder what he had. Yeah, we just have to set the Serpent. Okay, so he did have the Rain. I'm just not sure whether he drew into that or if he had it already. I'd have to double check on that, but in any case, doesn't matter. So on to game 3. And we open a nice double Thunder Dragon hand. Hate to see it. But the rest of the hand is okay, actually. We have because we have a discard trap and the Sinister, Light and Dark. So, okay, so I don't set the deco. I decide to set Serpent. Is there a reason to set the Serpent right away? I guess I'm just trying to see if I can bait out a knock or a MC. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's fine because the deco's my only dark right now, so if it gets knocked, then it's not really ideal for me. So, yeah. see what he does. T sets, does not knock. Does have the shoot. Puts that back. Draw another discard trap. Yeah, so it's either tribute for TD or set the deco. Did not knock the deco, but perhaps he could be holding either deco or mind control just to get like a guaranteed plus so he doesn't hit like a serpent or an NA. So I just pass. An option could have been deco in attack mode, try to attack that, but it's just really bad if it's a spy set. Yeah, so I pass because if I set the deco, he'll know what it is. And like, yeah, that's basically the reason I passed. Does duo me. I just get rid of the Raigeki break, because as I said in the first game, I usually like to get that out of the way after a duo. Okay, yeah, I did not bring that back. Trying to think if I'm doing this to play around a shoot. I'm trying to remember if this was, if that back row was just set. Oh, I was not supposed to see that. I was not supposed to see the name of the card there, but yeah, the back row is just set, so yeah. I am playing around a shoot. So now I set the deco and my does shoot. He does nothing in the draw phase, so flipping shoot in the standby. So we do see that he has the knock, so could have been in the hand, could have drawn it for turn. So I guess that was the problem with not setting the deco right away. But yeah, because that would just, if he didn't have knock on the first turn, it would give him more chances to draw it later, and then he knows that I have a deco in my hand from the does shoot, so yeah. Just getting rid of the train no matter what. Send back the BLS because, like, I don't really care too much about the Knight Assailant. Like, the knock is going to deal with my flip monster anyway, and like, I do have Serpent in rotation, so like, that'll potentially make him not want it. NA my set monsters for risk of Serpent, and while there's no light that I can tell from BLS, like, he could easily, like, eventually draw into a light, and then I would still have to deal with the BLS. So I'd just rather not have to worry about it. Swings. We rip the Graceful. And draw into pot. Nice. So, yeah, it's probably just Serpent and TD because we did deal with the knock. And interestingly, he did not flip up this monster in the last turn, so it kind of makes me think that it's like a Serpent potentially, or maybe even another assailant. But yeah, we know one of the assailants in hand, so still playing around the shoot. And thinking whether we set a mirror. Probably not. So is the faith. It's Duel. Heavy's fine, and discard the Tsuk because I don't really have anything that needs to be flipped down, especially from his side, and we'd have the spy, but I feel like keeping mirror here is more valuable. Yeah, he does set everything because Heavy's gone. Honestly, the duo is fine. It's not the end of the world. It at least, like, ensures that I can play around Dust Shoot for most of the game at this point. So that's the card that we know is NA. Just kill the Moth and get rid of the NA. So yeah, I set the mirror here. I know one of the cards is Torrential and another trap is unknown, so like, I think I was like setting Mirror Force with the intent to just Mirror Force the Koichi, because then the following turn, if he doesn't have a monster, I can just like hit for 24. And then we still break Eki Break to deal with any like potential chaos threat. But he spaces it, which is whatever. I'm not gonna Eki Break that. Set the Sangan. We add Moth, since we have Trinities in our grave. Zork is really good here, but we still know there's a TT. So here, I do go for the Raigeki Break, and I decide to target what I know, or like, rather what I likely know is the TT, because I think that would probably hurt me the most. And then it lets me summon Sork comfortably and banish the dark on the field. Yeah, not adding this back. Draw Solemn And shoot. Yeah. Pretty good solemn, especially since I'm about to drop a Sork. We Duel, hit Tribe, it's really good. And we just set both. The shoot is most likely going to be dead for most of the game, but we don't want him to hit the solemn off like a break or a right Geki break, so may as well hope he misses the 50-50. Does get a breaker on the field. Does hit the bluff shoot, so it's pretty good for us. Activates a set mind control. So he has nothing else in the hand. And like, yeah, I just decided to solemn this because I feel like I'm in a pretty decent spot right now. The Night Assailants are all gone, so they can't pop the Sork. And yeah, the Dequachis are also gone. So set could be either Spy or Serpent. Ring is fine because he still can't get over my defense position Spy. For our own Ring, which is a bit awkward because we're at lower life points, but may as well set it. Passes, draw Solemn, then I also pass. He's not flipping this at all, so like makes me inclined to think it's either not Spy, or if it is Spy, then he might be playing around a Torrential. So that's what I think. Graceful. Too risky to solemn that. Like, I mean, I guess I could solemn that, but I'd rather not. I'd rather solemn something that I might actually, a card that I'll actually lose the game to. Discard Shoot and Break. That's fine. Puts another light, but still no dark. Does Tribute for the dark. And now he drops the BLS, and yeah, that's why I saved the Solemn. So I don't have to worry about that. So now I'm hoping to draw another Sork or a BLS. And I think that'll probably just win me the game. BLS at least. But there's still Snatch to worry about. So I would have to wait until like I can for sure go for game. Tribute sets for the TD. We do draw Knock, but no point in using it on the TD since we don't have game. I'm just gonna break her, put the counter on, and just hit over the one that's face up. So we know, yeah, all the TDs are accounted for, so we just know Serp in the hand. Snatch would be annoying, but it wouldn't be game. It would not be game unless he like has Sork and then decides to flip this up and attack. And I still could have a TT, so set, so he doesn't hit that then. Goes for Tsuk. Totally fine with that. And now we have game. And it's exact game actually with the spy. So we do manage to get our win. So pretty nice win here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Might review some of the other matches that I did in this tournament. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.